Jessica Henry Gray here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to demonstrate painting this dappled sunlit path. Alright, I hope you enjoy this and I'll see you on the other side of the intro. Hey everyone, Jessica Henry Gray here, and thanks for watching one of my videos. On my channel I concentrate on the joy of outdoor plein air painting. I talk about color, composition, efficiency, and so much more. I bring you 30 years of painting and teaching experience. So I hope you enjoy these videos, and let's go paint something beautiful. I'm very excited to announce that I am now being represented at Fine Art in Pawleys Island, South Carolina. If you're in the area of the Low Country, stop by. It's just north of Charleston by about an hour. Website link and all the information will be down below. Today I'm at Huntington Beach State Park here in near Cleveland, Ohio, and it is a gorgeous day and I'm excited to share this video with you. Today I'm going to be painting kind of the path going that way with the tree and just some of that dappled light. I think it's going to be really pretty. Today I'm excited also to share with you this easel that I've been asked to review, and I am just so excited about this easels, and I will share all of that information down below in the links. But this one is really an awesome design. You'll see as I get working on it. These things slide up magnetically, and that's what holds the canvas. And it just opens up like this. I mean, how easy is that? And they also give you a little razor blade to clean the plexiglass off. And I'll show you more about this as I go along. So I'm excited about it. I think you're gonna enjoy this. And it's a super good price too. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna get set up. Okay, so I'm getting my easel here set up, and I wanna show you a couple of things. Okay, so the special features of this easel, and I'm really just loving this. I really do think this is going to become my stable easel, the one I use all the time. All right, so this is what holds the canvases in place. So these just come out, they're magnetic, and they attach to these different magnets in here. And so you slide those in, the canvas on, and just like that. So this easel, it opens up then like this. You've got these nice little places to put your stuff. I like that there's lots of magnets all over, and they even give you extra magnets to put where you want them. These guys, I haven't put them anywhere yet, but I'll figure out somewhere. So I like that. They come with these couple of these hooks like that. And now I personally don't like to have a bunch of things over here while I'm working, but they give you holes on each side for brushes, and I think that that's really handy. So I like to keep my extra brushes and things over here, because I'm mostly right-handed. But there's these special notched areas over here where you can hang a bag or you can hang the hooks. And I've got my odorless mineral spirits right here. And I could still hang a bag there if I want, which is very handy for throwing your rags away. And I think that this is a really cool feature. These little corners here, these pop out, and they're held in place by a little magnet. So I can take all the corners out, that easy, and lift this out. If you don't want the plexiglass, you don't have to have it, or you can paint this gray if you like that, and put it back in there. And you slide these guys back in, and it's super easy. So this is my regular brush holder that I ordered. There's a link for that below too. I ordered these on Etsy. All right, so that pretty much wraps up this. It's made with super sturdy hinges that I really like. This is gonna last a long time. I can tell it'll be a workhorse. So without further ado, let's jump in. That's Cad Yellow Medium, Yellow Ochre, and Sienna. I have now including transparent red oxide on my palette, ultramarine blue. One of the keys to being efficient with plein air painting is to put enough paint out before you get going. That way you don't have to stop and get new paint or whatever. It's phthalo green, alizarin permanent. All right, so I'm going to work out my composition ahead of time in a thumbnail sketch. I've really been enjoying these Blackwing pencils. If you haven't tried these yet, I'll put a link below. They're just incredible. They're like the pencils of the industry. Anyway, they're buttery soft and I just love them. Yeah, I'm definitely not sponsored for any of this. I like to share with you things that I find that I'm excited about. So today I'm working on a 9x12, and I'm pretty sure I want to go vertical because I want to emphasize the beauty of this tree up in here and how it just opens up like this. I think I want to, my sketch here, I want to just go from the beginning of this, and then I'll figure out where I'm going to go from here. I want to incorporate some of the lake behind this tree. Lake Erie is back there behind. And then the path going way back. Okay, I kind of like where that's going, and I know that this is going to be mostly canopy up here. It's mostly a middle tone painting, but I like that right in the middle here there's a spotlight. All right, well, my sketch is off to the side and I am all set. Got my paper towels, and there are about a zillion mosquitoes here, so I'm gonna do the best I can. I like to take some transparent red oxide and phthalo green. I'm also trying out this panel for the first time. I got these off of either Blake or Cheap Joe's. I'll have to get the link for you. I'll put it down below. But they're a nice linen texture, and they're just a couple millimeters thick. So they're great for travel and the workshops that I teach and so forth. So I like it better than just painting on a piece of linen, which I don't mind that, but I'm trying these out. I'm gonna see how this is gonna go. So let's see. When I tone a canvas, I like to put onto the canvas a color that's a little bit darker because I know that I'm gonna wipe it off. And so what's left behind is the value I'm aiming for. All right, so now I'm going to take a little bit of burnt sienna and ultramarine blue, and I'm going to begin by using my thumbnail sketch, but I'm jotting out sort of the placement and size of where I want my main important things to go on the canvas. So I'm thinking about the tree that you can see there, that's sort of the central character. And I'm sort of deciding how much of that tree I want to show and where it's going to fit within the confines of a vertical rectangle. A lot of that I did already work out in a thumbnail sketch, and so I'm using my sketch to help me, like where I already did the thinking. So I'm just at this point using nature and my sketch to decide how the rest of the canvas is going to look. So I've got sort of the play of how these two trees are going to lean against each other. And once the composition's in place, I'm going to start to put in some of the colors. So I've got some yellow ochre, white, a little bit of ultramarine blue, and coming up with just a nice earthy middle tone green to block in some of those initial values in the background. I do like to start when I'm doing a forest scene like this with the distant colors first. Not so much the sky, I can add those in later, but when most of my scene is this green color, I'm gonna start squinting and blocking in where I see that color most often in my scene, whatever's the distance that, and I'll add more white back there to cool it down and push it further back in the distance. So as I squint back there, I'm looking and I see varying shades of this sort of a cool / warm green. Sometimes I add more yellow ochre or cad yellow medium. Sometimes I add more white to that or a little bit more blue to that. And other times I add more of the yellow to that to just get different shades of that cooler green background. As my green progresses towards me, I add less of the white because I don't want it to cool so much as I want it to get more vibrant, rich, brighter sunshine just right up towards me. And just like I say, everything towards the viewer is a lot more. It's more brushwork, more value contrast, more rich color. up close. Further away, everything is less. Even your brushwork and the thickness of the paint, it's all less in the distance. So I'm taking some more of that phthalo green and yellow, cad yellow mixture, and I'm blocking in where the pieces of grass that have that color are in front. Up in the shade near me, I have more of the blue into that mixture of phthalo green and yellow. And I'm taking some of those darker passages up in the trees to get in the shadow silhouettes of the leaves that are sort of framing the picture in. So this is cad yellow and some white and a teeny bit of the phthalo green. And I'm starting to put in the sunlight. And unfortunately, there's a shadow right across my canvas at this point, and that's just the nature of plein air painting, is sometimes you can't control whether a cloud comes by or your sun has just shifted. And but that's why I like to, most of the time I paint with a white umbrella because it keeps my shading universal while I'm working. But even still, sometimes the sun just goes behind something and you can't control that. So I'm taking and making a little bit darker value now, that side of the tree that is very, very dark. And that is my darkest passage in the tree. And it is ultramarine blue, mostly ultramarine blue and a little bit of burnt sienna. So I've added some white and yellow ochre to that mixture to create that grayer sunlit passage down that side of the tree. And I always use my brushwork to define what I'm painting. Even in the path, you can see now my brush strokes are painting the sunlight, and I use horizontal strokes for that. Now I'm adding some sky with some white and ultramarine blue. And I want a nice contrast up there just to help really draw, that is a focal area of the painting. And it was important to me that I had a little bit of the lake in the background. So some sky holes and some sky back there. And I do blend that into the other side so it's not so much on just the right side. And I bring that over to the top of the, up toward the left side as well. And then I leave passage for trees and the shoreline back there with a bit of the lake. Just more blue added to that mixture. Working on the foreground, I have more yellow ochre and sienna into that, and I've made a sort of violet mixture of ultramarine blue, alizarin permanent, and some white into that to create sort of a purple shadow, maybe a little yellow ochre to neutralize it. Keeping my brush strokes horizontal will also create the illusion of it being the ground. And the dappled light on the trees, I'm just picking out a few places where the light was coming through the branches and hitting the tree. And I'm delegating the trees to a level of importance. The big one up in front is the most important, and the rest can be softer, more muted in the background. Some finishing touches and some people, and I'm gonna call this one just about finished. Since recording this video, I took my new pochade to my workshop in France that I taught, and I'll tell you what, I have taken this easel now everywhere, and I am obsessed. I love this easel. It worked perfectly for everything I needed it to do, and it's sturdy and strong, and I'm just enthralled. So be sure to check out the links below. You will not be disappointed. It had everything I'd hoped for. All the little hooks and magnets and everything just worked beautifully. In fact, I liked it so much, I gave it a makeover. I painted the whole thing matte black, painted the plexiglass gray, and I even gave it a beautiful painting on the cover. I love trees of lives and the raven. Just had to make it my own. All right, everybody, well, that wraps this up. I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. And be sure to check out the link on this new easel. This is amazing. I really enjoyed working on it. All right, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much.